So I'm on live now. If you go onto YouTube and just go on our channel, and I'll be able to read the comments then, because it doesn't show them up when you're on here. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Just need to turn the volume down. Yeah, and let's see the comments. There we go. Super duper. It's only a few minutes behind as well, which is handy. Happy Sunday, everyone. Cheers. Up the toffees. We've all had a good weekend. I'm going to give it a few minutes for people to join it. And Everton play Man United tomorrow. What's this? Gambler says, shite, sorry, forgot. Don't worry about it. We're doing it now. Yeah, that's it. We've got kids, haven't we? How are we anyway? You're all good. You've all had a good weekend. So Everton play Man United tomorrow at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. There's Dave's laptop. Never mind, Steve. Handy to know for next time. Dave's laptop is here. But doing it with two phones. Let's see. Is my audio all right? Can you let me know if that sounds? Should be. As long as no one tells me I'm on mute. Someone let me know in the comments if you can hear it. Gambler says, United to win 2-1, pal. I'm going that. That's my pick. You play worse at home than Epstein. Yeah, that's yeah, the home form is not great. The away form's good. General Zod, hello. Happy Sunday, General. Audio's good. That's good to hear. Yeah, Everton's home form hasn't been great, to be fair. The away form's been great, and I've seen a couple of the away wins this season, but hopefully, I think it's because people look forward to coming to this new ground. They didn't look forward to coming to Goodison because they've got a nice shiny new ground to look at. That doesn't help, but yeah, I missed the Bournemouth game because I was in Butlands with the kids, but it seems like I didn't miss much. Although when I watched the highlights, Everton could have won that game if they took the chances. Bournemouth just scored 2 goals that Everton would have missed. We wouldn't have took those chances. But yeah, it's been a few games on today. I've seen the Devils Club won in the 7th minute of added time. So if you see me doing that, it's just for whatever reason, my screen keeps going like it's going to go into sleep mode. That's right, Dave. I'm glad it sounds good. So we've had one. What's your predictions for tomorrow? Thanks very much, Dave. Sharing it out on the old Twitter. Can't do it on the Instagram at the minute. Don't know why this won't stay on now. There we go. It's okay. Yeah, 8 o'clock kick off another Monday game. I know people aren't happy with it, but it's not going to change. It's not. For people who are wanting 3 o'clock kickoffs every game on a Saturday, you're not going to get it. You might get the odd couple. That's it. Gambler says, I owe you a few pints, by the way, from the last one. That's right, yeah, you did it with the predictions, yeah. And I didn't expect Everton to win that one, but that was a good win. Give me double quits, draw, no bets. How do you mean? So if Everton draw, do I win again? So I think it's going to be a draw. Oh, so I eagerly await the response here. Yeah, so that's a shout. Let's see. I wonder if it's going to go off or is it going to stay like that? My screen just goes. So fix that. That's better. So what is that? Everton going to win or? Because I think it's going to be a draw. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw tomorrow. I do, and I'd take that to stop the rot of the home losses. I'm getting sick of them. Yeah. But yeah, the Liverpool I know won late on. And yeah, let's see. Everton draw, I still owe you 2 pints. United win, I owe you nothing. Everton win, I get you 4 pints. And you tell me you love me crying drunk like Stephen Keegan. Okay, deal. Yeah, that's a deal. That's a deal. I think Everton, I think it'll be a draw tomorrow. Yeah, and it's a tougher game for Everton now though, with Michael Carrick being in. What do you think of Carrick being in over Amaron? I mean, he's not reinvented the wheel. He's just playing players in their actual positions. Playing Fernandez as a number 10. Luke Shaw's back at left back. This stubbornness to change his formation really cost him his job, I think. But yeah, I don't know. It's he was nearly the Liverpool manager, Amaron. Yeah. I wish they'd have got him now, but then again, Slot's had a good first season. It's not going great for him today. What other games have we had? We've had Arsenal have won the North London derby 4-1. A goal for what's his name? Swedish fella, then the one that's not. Is he Swedish? I don't know. You know what I'm on about. James Graham. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, so Arsenal won that 4-1. Good win for them. Igor Tudor's the new Spurs manager as well. Does anyone remember signing him on? Was it LMA manager? He used to always get him. I think he played for Juve. He played right back and centre back. What a player! Well, I don't ever remember watching him live or like even on telly. I remember him from Football Manager, not Football LMA Manager. But yeah, what a game that was. Yeah, so Everton kick off tomorrow at 8 o'clock at the Hill Dickinson. I think we've got Newcastle away on the Saturday as well after it. So, but then again, like we've been saying, the away form's been pretty good. Probably more confident to win the away game than the home game, but I just want a good performance. Good performance, and yeah, well, 3 points. Like, but I fancy a draw tomorrow. Don't know why. I've got a feeling it will be a draw. But let me know what you think. Not just about me.
Who's actually injured?
Who's injured? The only injury we've got is Jack. Apart other than that, Everton fully fit. Yeah, just Jack, and he's going to be out for the season, isn't he? But so Everton have got a fully fit squad. I don't know about United's team. I haven't had luck. See, I don't know what injuries they've got. I hope Fernandez is injured. Yeah. After Hogu was injured, I don't know whether he's back. The one who scored the worldie past Arsenal. But yeah, they've got some good wins, haven't they? United away. They won obviously at Arsenal not too long ago. They got a win at Anfield as well. Remember not watching that in work. But yeah, that was a good result. So they're kind of in form at the minute. I think it's 4 wins and 1 draw in the last couple of games for Man United. So, they're doing well. And I fancy them to get in the top 4, to be honest. Or top 5. I don't know how it's going to work. Where the 5th will get Champions League again, I don't know. Could do. Did last year, but it depends on how well the English clubs do in Europe. But yeah, please get involved in the chat. I can't share it out on social media. No, Dave's done one on Twitter because I've got my phone, so I can't put it on Instagram, which is a shame. But yeah, it's there was other games on today as well, wasn't he? Palace won late on against Wolves. I believe there was some boos for Glasner as well. The tides turned on him, and you know what? He's been a fucking moaner, hasn't he? I know it's annoying to lose your best players, but as he was always going to go to Arsenal. Centre-back was always going to leave. You just got to deal with it, Happens to us. Sometimes your best players go. But yeah, he thinks he's fucking top-notch now, doesn't he? And look, he's done well. But I know they were worried about him being a bit of a hothead before he come. And we can certainly see that now, can't we? But up until last season, he was good as gold, really, wasn't he? But you can see he's spat his dummy out a few times. And I think he said something after Thursday saying to the Palace fans, stay humble. And it was just like, it doesn't come across well. And I hate when a manager's got 5-6 months left and goes, oh yeah, I'm going. Oh yeah, I'm going. Yeah, it's just like, it's really anticlimactic end of your season and done it when someone's just going. But I don't know. What do you think? I know people have been talking for an Everton job, but I don't know. I just don't. His attitude. A couple of these managers are like that. It's like a lot of them have made comments this season to get sacked, and I think Amron was the same. When he was saying, "Look, I'm the manager, I'm not the coach," and all this, and then the next day he's pictured walking in the snow because he's made up. He's got his nice payoff. If you quit, you don't get that payoff. You don't get that compensation. So, and I reckon with someone else, and I can't think who it was. Oh, the Chelsea fella won it, Maresca. Yeah, even though the one who just kicked off. Well, it seems if you're at Chelsea, you don't really have much of a say in what's going on. Apparently, the board were getting too involved with signings and whatnot. But yeah, who do you think? Who do you think's going to play right back tomorrow? Because Jake O'Brien is obviously banned. Patson's obviously you would say is the favourite, but I noticed in the press conference he mentioned Seamus Coleman was fit. I've seen other people commenting saying he's going to force a centre back there. Michael Keane, I doubt that. But I'd like to see Patson play. I'd like to see Branthwaite play centre half. Branthwaite and maybe Tarkowski. Or would you drop him for Michael Keane? Keane's probably had a better season than him, to be fair. And you'd say it'd be Michael Inco at right back. Let's see what we've got. James Graham said I'd play Garner for this. Do you mean play Garner, James Garner as a right back? Because I know that was mentioned as well by Moyes in the press conference, and he's done it before. He started the season at left back, didn't he? And wherever he gets played, he does a good job. To be fair to him. Eugene McGee says I think Everton will get back to winning ways against Manchester United tomorrow night. I hope so, Eugene. It would be a good tonic because it seems a lot of times this season it's been one step forward, two steps back. Like we'll have a good away win, for instance, against Man United, and then the next game we get pumped around by Newcastle. I think it was Fulham, wasn't it? We beat them, and then the week later we've got Bournemouth, and you think, oh come on, we can get 3 points here. But you know what? In fairness, there's no easy games, is there? And Bournemouth have been having a good season, and despite them losing arguably the best players, they're still doing all right. But yeah, Eugene McGee says Everton can play Tyler Dibbling against Manchester United tomorrow. Yeah, I don't fancy Moyes starting though, to be honest. I think that George is more likely to play. And I know he's mentioned that Tyler Dibbling's birthday was last week, by the way. Happy birthday, Tyler Dibbling. Doubt you're watching, but still, happy birthday. He says he will get more minutes, for this season, which is good because we forget he's just turned 20. So I know we mentioned next season he'll probably be involved more in pre-season, and we forget he's still a pup, isn't he? So let's give him a bit of time as well. James Graham says really need a win against these, especially with the other home games we have. Yeah, look, we're coming up with a couple of tough games. I think obviously Newcastle away next. That's not going to be easy. Although we did win there last season. I know we've got Chelsea on coming up soon as well. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for Chelsea, hasn't it, since they got Will from the in-betweeners in. I know he's got a bit of stick, but I don't think he's done too bad. I think we should look and say it's a good thing that, a young English manager gets a job like that, because you wouldn't have dreamed of that a couple of years ago or even the last couple of seasons. I mean, by all accounts, he did well. I know Rooney was speaking very highly of him when he worked at Derby with him. So, fair play to him. Hope it goes well for him, apart from when he plays us. All down the hatch. Launcher. And that's just like magic. Ta-da! On the inch side of today. Very nice. Apple a day keeps the doctor away, so I'm on my second apple at work today. Is right, James? So yeah, I believe I was looking at the table as well for the amount of Monday night games. So this will be our 5th. And the only team that have had more Monday night games was West Ham with 6. Man United are also on 5. So when you look at it, there is a fair balance. I think Dave did mention yesterday, though, that Villa have only had 1 in a year. But look, Sky are going to show these games. They've got 100 extra games to show this season. So you can see when they do things like, say, for instance, today, every game you could have watched, every Premier League game, I think there was 4. They were all available from obviously the 3 games that's kicked off at 2 o'clock, and then the R4 one, which was the North London derby. But it is what it is. You just, you know, I'd prefer it on a Saturday, but we're not going to get it. And if you get into Europe, you're playing Thursday, Sunday, so well, at least then you know you play on a Sunday. Though you prefer to play on a Saturday, obviously. You can have a beverage. Most people are off work. Sometimes I work the weekend though. Who do you think is going to start up front? Do we think it's going to be Barry? I believe he was quite visibly disappointed when he came off. Not annoyed, but against Bournemouth, because he probably thought he should have scored 2 of those. I thought first one he should bury the one off the free kick with Ghana, but the second one I thought was a good block, you know. But Beto is what it is, you know. Can't foresee him staying after the summer if we get someone else. And I know we're getting linked with Liam Delap from Chelsea. Let us know your thoughts on that.
If there's links, that means Beto will be going.
Probably, yeah. You'd rather keep Barry with his age, you know. But Liam Delap's getting linked. Obviously, we had spoke to him last summer, and he decided to go to Chelsea, which is understandable. Champions League, and look, you know, I suppose if you're a player, you want to test yourself at the very top. But he's not had the most amount of game time, which everyone predicted, because, well, Chelsea's Chelsea, and they've got an army of players, and whether the new manager rates him or not, I don't know. But he's certainly a player with talent, and obviously Moyes likes him. So, you know, James Graham says, "I'd take the lap. Don't care if he chose Chelsea." Yeah, same. Yeah, you know, I completely get why he went to Chelsea. You know what I mean? They're probably able to offer us more money, but chance of European football. But it's obviously not worked out, or it's not working out. He's not had loads again. I know he did have an injury though. You know, he was injured for like 2 months. So if he's available, you know, I think there'll be a host of clubs after him. Newcastle were interested last time as well. I think Fulham were. There's the other one as well, Harry Wilson from Fulham. I'd have him. You know, his contract's coming down. I think if he doesn't take a new deal with Fulham, because apparently it's all dependent on if what's his name stays, Marco Silva, the one who was at us. If he doesn't stay, he doesn't want to stay. But you see the likes of Villa sniffing around him as well. I think when a player like that becomes available on a free, I think you're going to see a lot of clubs sniffing around him. So James Graham says he'd come if we get Europe. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? If you do get a European spot, you're going to be able to attract better players, and you know, I think the stadium's helped. I think Jack, when he signed on loan in the summer, helped as well, because I didn't see that one coming off. I just thought someone like Spurs or Villa would come in for him, because they were in Champions League, and maybe they regret not going in for them now, because Villa to me seemed like the perfect match for him, because he used to play for them as a fan. Eugene McGeever has asked, do you think Everton will get European football this season? Ask me again in about a month's time, because we're not far off it. You know, we're in amongst it, but no one can keep any consistency. You seem to like win one game, lose one game. Oh,
the place that we have to finish.
Well, it depends. So if, say, it'll drop down because Arsenal City are playing in the League Cup final. They're both going to end up in Europe. So I think then it drops down to 6th. It depends on the FA Cup as well. So it could. I mean, I think last season it was down to 8th. You know, so 8th could get you in the what's it called? Europa Conference League, which I'd love to. But yeah, I'd go in that. Yeah, I want to go to some mad Scandinavian team. Rather do that. We're up for that. Depends on teams around us, Eugene. Yeah, again, it does. It depends on the form of the other teams as well. I'd say most games went for us this weekend, though. You know, I know could have done with Brentford lost, but Brighton are then climbing up because there's no gap. There's literally like 3-4 points between being 6th and then down to like 14th. So it's a mad season. James Crane says, could win the Conference League. Yeah, we could. Moyes could become the first ever double winner of it. But, yeah, the fans are dying for something like that. And God, I remember the last season we were in Europe. It was the season before we started this channel. Went to Lyon. Yeah, went to Lyon. We got pumped 3-0. What's his name? Got sent off. Schneider, remember him? Ugh. Yeah, it's yeah, God, I remember that game. A lovely stadium, though. Great stadium, Lyon. But yeah, that wasn't the best. Good trip, though. Good trip. That was the only one I'd done. That was the only away game I did on that European trip because, yeah, should have done more with hands. I didn't think it'd take us that long to get back in it. I'm still not there yet, but yeah, I like Moyes' mentality of, we've got to aim high, we've got to aim to try and do things like that. And I just don't know why, I think for the last 20 years, Everton should set the stalls out for the League Cup and just really play the first team. It's a trophy we've never won. Sometimes it feels like Everton are cursed in the League Cup, but you think it's, well, people argue and say, look, it'd be the easiest one to win, but would it really? Because the final this season's Arsenal and City. Remember City won 4 years on the bounce. Last year's final, Newcastle and Liverpool. I think everyone wants to win a trophy, and I think it'd help Arsenal if they win it because it'll just take that little bit of pressure off them. Yeah. James Graham says we curse ourselves sometimes. Agree. Yeah, I can't disagree with that one. Yeah. So please let us know what's your predictions on tomorrow. Who do you think's going to start up front? Do you think we'll win? Read a few comments. Nice to see the confidence there. What's that you got there, Steve? Dark lights? Oh, lights. Oh, that must be something Dave's using, yeah. LED lights. Yeah, the studio could do with a bit of a refurb. I think the studio's looking quite clean up, don't you think, Steve? It is, isn't it? Dave did a proper clean up a few months ago. But it's quite organised, Yeah. I don't know what that is. It looks like something where you put remember the like the pegs for the tent? That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Yeah. James Graham says we will a draw or a shabby 1-0 win. I think it'll be a draw. I've got a feeling it will be a draw. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope Everton get the win. Eugene McGeever says Everton 4-1. Manchester United, Barry hat-trick and die. Well, I hope you're right, Eugene. I love that confidence. That's more like it. Yeah, I'd love that. I'd take that all day. I'm going with Eugene, yeah, 4-1. Wonder what the odds are on that. You'd get some good odds for that, I'd say. You would get some good odds. Yeah, Sunday night. Everyone back in work tomorrow? I'm not. I'm not back until Tuesday at 1 p.m. Day job, that is. I work in social care during the day. Fight crime at night. If Barry scores a hat-trick tomorrow, you heard it here first, and you heard it from Eugene McGeever 2719. What a name, by the way. You've always pop up on our live streams as well. Not that we do them that often. I haven't done one since. I think I did one for not the last transfer window, the one before it. I may have done one for the League Cup actually as well. Couldn't do one for the last FA Cup draw because we got knocked out because of our boss penalties. Yeah, but I should try and do them a bit more often when I can. But I knew I had a couple of free hours. We didn't advertise it at all on social media throughout the day. It was just a spontaneous thing where I was here at the Falcon at 7. And I thought, why don't I go live and chat to a few Evertonians for a while because I quite enjoy it. That's right. But happy Sunday, everyone. I'm going to stay on for like another 30 minutes, I'd say, I reckon. If anyone's seen this link on Twitter, please give it a share. Yeah.
Any news ones on your owners?
The Freakins?
Yeah.
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
No, they're quite hands off, really, aren't they? I mean, look, they've done a lot for the get everything in place, I suppose. And I don't think it's a coincidence that we're being a bit more, business savvy with like certain things that are happening in the ground. And I know people are moaning about prices, but you don't have to buy a pint of there. You don't have to buy one of the fancy things. I think the food's nice though. It is nice. They've got like over like 12 restaurants in there, and when you get your food, it's nice. It's like some nice bit of kit. I've got some mics here in front of me. Might need these tomorrow. Yeah, the Freakins.
Yeah, good.
Get a thumbs up from me at the minute, We did have money to spend in the summer. We bought in, was it 8 players? And it was quite a turnover because we lost a lot of players. Well, I wouldn't say we lost them. We fucking got rid of them. There's a lot of dead blood. I don't think anyone's missing some of them. But yeah, another big summer, another big transfer window because we didn't do much in January, but no one really did apart from City. It's a tougher market in January because who's going to let go of the prize striker when you can't get no one in? No one can get a fucking prize striker these days anyway. They're all shit. All getting like fucking 8 goals a season. Strand Larson, don't get me started on him. Oh my God, he's worth 50 million now. Wolves bought him for 25. They turned down 65 from Newcastle. He scored 1 goal and suddenly he's worth 50 mil. His agent must be amazing. His agent must be Paul McKenna hypnotising people. I know he got 2 goals the other day, but he still lost. Yeah, if that makes strikers worth 50 million now, God help us. Well, for me, he started well for Newcastle, but he's been shite since he scored the best own goal ever in the time we had Derby, which was tremendous. But he looked like a good player. He was getting linked to us as well, but we ain't paying fucking 80 million or whatever he paid. That's what he said in the summer. Our value was like, 30, 40. God, I remember back in the day when... Does anyone remember when West Ham got relegated in like 2002? And we were getting linked with Joe Cole, but it was like 5 million rather than 6. And it was like, can we afford to pay that? That's how mad it's gone. I can't remember breaking transfer records. At first, it was Andy Johnson, 8.6 mil. Then it was Yakubu for 11 million. And then it was Fellaini on the last day for 15. And I remember that time going, what? Oh my God. Fucking hell. Yeah, and now the price has just gone astronomical. General Zod has sold them Unsworth. That would have been, he went to West Ham, didn't he, for a season? Then, do you remember Villa signed him? And then Everton come in for him because he apparently he didn't realise Aston Villa was in Birmingham. I know, he'd have to, it's funny that. But then we ended up getting him back. I quite like David Unsworth, great penalty taker. Scored fucking belt of goals for Everton. Scored on his debut. For Everton. I think he was against Spurs. Anyone remember him scoring a bicycle kick at Villa Park as well? I remember that. We were in the yellow kit. I say it was a bicycle kick. Look. Both feet were off the ground. Yeah. God, yeah. Some captain's Everton a few times, but only ever missed 1 penalty, David Unsworth, for Everton. And that one, it hit the underside of the bar, it come out. But he could take a free kick. A penalty. He has scored a free kick for Everton as well. So I think it was against that. May have been Spurs. The 2000 season, we had like Tom Hutchison, Kevin Campbell, Nicky Barmby, less said about him. Ugh. What a rat. I remember like Xavier went to Liverpool like a year or 2 after that, but no one was really asked because everyone wanted to rid of him anyway. And he didn't set the world alight. Xavier at Liverpool. Scored on his debut though. Didn't score once for us. Yeah, Nick Barmby, that one hit that. He was a good player. But I think we sold him at the right time because he didn't do much after that. He went to Leeds for the season. And do you know what? He had a fair career in the lower league with Hull after that. But fuck Nick Barmby. Judas prick. Drink to that. Any good films out today? And then Scream out soon.
Yeah.
Was it out?
Oh,
Scream 7.
yeah.
I have watched the last few though. I didn't mind a couple of them. The last one I thought was a bit over the top when there was 3 of them. Not no spoilers, like, but it's just when it's number 7, it's like fucking hell. How many times can this happen to this poor girl, Sydney?
It's got to be the Falcon back
I believe so, but I'm like, well, he's dead. Well, but then again, the fellow, what was his name? Stewie, and then what was the other guy's name? A boyfriend in the first one, because he was in the last one. They brought him back.
Yeah. Oh, did you get that?
Yeah, they made him look a bit younger. They made him look a bit younger. I'll watch it though. I'll just
Stewie was probably better.
Yeah, I like him. And there was a script for Scream 3 where he was going to be the killer, you know. He was going to be in prison and got like a bit of a cult.
Yeah.
Which I didn't mind the sound of, because I didn't really... The only one I really disliked was Scream 3. I just thought it was shite. First one was Boss. Second one was decent. It had what's his name? Timothy Oliphant, you know, the fellow out of Alien Earth. He was Justified. He was one of the killers. I'm not saying spoilers for that. It come out in 97. Fucking, we haven't watched it now. You never got it. That'll be 30 years old next year. Wow. Makes me feel old, that. Well, I remember watching that in yours, would you? You had them on video?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, though? That first one is still great. I still remember watching it going, oh, who's the killer? Never once thinking there was going to be 2 of them. What a twist. What was his name? He did that. He did Nightmare on Elm Street as well. Wes Craven, yeah. Fucking hell. What a director. Yeah. To do 2 big franchises like that. Basically reinvented the old slasher genre. Sorry, we've just gone off on films there. If anyone wants to talk about films, I'll talk about films. Yeah.
It's the end of the American Psycho.
They're doing a new American Psycho. They're doing a remake. But I don't know about that, but I know Bret Easton Ellis was talking on his podcast, and he said, like, he knows that they're struggling to cast them because 3 people have turned it down. And apparently the big fear is, well, none of them want to step into Christian Bale's shoes. I think they wanted us a remake. I'd rather watch that. I'd rather watch that.
He did it for Dexter.
Yeah.
And it went.
I'd watch that. But apparently 3, like, we're talking A-list actor, 3 male actors have turned down the role. And apparently one of the fears is they were like, oh, we don't want to, you know, you don't want to step into Bale's shoes because he did such a good job, but someone will do it.
Yeah.
The fellow who played Elvis was getting linked with it. And I don't think he'd do a bad job, but I think probably people would be worried about the content as well. In this day and age, with a film like that work, because it's quite controversial. I mean, it was controversial when it came out, but people didn't realise in the book, it was a black comedy. It was all a joke on the 80s yuppies. General Zod, what's this General Zod saying here? It says, do the book, not remake the film. Struggle. You know what? Yeah, the book's great though. If anyone hasn't read the book, don't get yourself down to Waterstones or get your Kindle. Look how old I am, go through a bookshop, yeah. You can get it all online now, but yeah, the book was great. Book was God, I read the book when I was in uni. Yeah, fantastic book. Don't know how we got onto that, but I'd watch another American Psycho. I don't know if people realise there was actually an American Psycho sequel made.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely dog shit.
It's like the sequel that got made, Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys sequels are fucking awful. And I watched the second one, and I give the third one at least 15 minutes, and I'll never get that time back. But they were brutal. Absolutely brutal. General Zod says Luna Park. Luna Park, yeah, is a Bret Easton Ellis book. If I remember right, he kills Bateman in that. I remember afterwards he said it was just a real strange book, but he said I needed to write something to kill him because the part of the book was he thinks he's getting stalked by Patrick Bateman, and it was quite interesting. Yeah, I read that years ago. My brother had it. Brother Mark had it.
They've doing a spin-off, aren't they, of Red Dwarf?
They're doing a prequel book to Red Dwarf, they are. Titan, yeah.
Great.
It's the fella who left, didn't he, after so many seasons? I forgot the name now. It's Grant and Naylor, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's out in July.
So that's in the other books.
I listened to some of the audio books, and if Chris Barry, who plays Rimmer, narrates some of them. They're on YouTube. There's some good ones as well. Yeah, because there's one where I don't know if it'll be the basis, but I remember there's one where they first meet, and Rimmer's thinking, I think he takes him to a brothel, doesn't he? Like a brothel with robots. Yeah, but don't mind us chatting about films or TV. If you want to talk about football, let me know in the comments. Whatever you want to talk about, apart from, No, he went on strike for a bit.
Yeah.
He went on strike for a bit, but he's.
What's he going on strike for?
Because he's on 500 grand a week or £1 million a week. I don't know. It's funny, isn't he?
The premiership over there is owned by the government, so it doesn't matter who wins; they win.
Exactly. Right, we've got a question here. What is DJ McGeever asked? What is your favourite ever TV program? Back in the 80s, my favourite was Only Fools and Horses. I've watched every single episode of that. Yeah, our fella likes that. You going for Red Dwarf today? Let's shout that. So, favourite ever TV show? I'm going to go with The Sopranos then. I'm going to go. Have we got to go for 80s?
80s or 90s?
All right, it says 80s, you're right there.
80s and 90s.
80s. I don't know.
So American or British, yeah.
Well, Only Fools and Horses is British, but I don't think it's off the tables. 80. I was born in 88, though. Even though I watched a lot of films in the 80s, from the 80s, but TV shows, no. I suppose Red Dwarf, I'll go with that. But if you're giving me all time, I'm going with The Sopranos. You can still put The Sopranos on and watch it back. It's quality. When people say, like, Breaking Bad, yeah, Breaking Bad was good. It's okay. I preferred the prequel. I thought the prequel with the lawyer, Better Call Saul, was better, though. I enjoyed that a lot more. Eugene McGeever says, Bottom, oh, what a show with Rick Mail and Adrian Edmondson. I used to love that. Tough now, though, isn't it? With Rick Mail's. Oh, yeah, unfortunately.
Do another play. It's different actors in.
Can't replace him, though, can you? Isn't that boss, though, that in that Alien Earth show? That's Adrian Edmondson. Yeah. And what a good role he played in it. I used to love the young ones as well, if anyone remembers that, with Ben Elton. Showing our age, though. Showing our age.
The Dangerous Brothers.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing they did, wasn't it? Like the little sketch show. They were great. Don't worry. What was the other ones they used to do? Comic Strip Presents. They used to do like a couple of other sketches, didn't they? John's watched one. He meant to watch them live. Yeah, it was in the late night. Did you watch it live as well? What's that? One can't see that again. On my Fire Stick, that isn't dodgy at all. It's just allegedly. They have like 24/7s, and there's a bottom live where you can just watch it 24/7. They'll just show a different one. It's boss though, because they've got like ones for like the Batman films and Alien films, so I like to click on that. Yeah.
It's like your link called Edmonton, didn't I?
Was this the one that the Facebook link?
Yeah.
It wouldn't open. It wouldn't open because I don't use Facebook.
It was just a small little clip.
Yeah.
Square.
I don't use any social media for me personally. We've got one for the channels. We've got like a Twitter and an Instagram.
You can't anymore because you just get arrested.
Yeah, you get arrested if you say too much. Yeah, General Zod's got to go. See you later, General. Neil before Zod. General Zod is an old time. General Zod has been a viewer since like year one. Because I remember that name because obviously it stood out because we all love Superman. Eugene McGeever says Father Ted was very funny. Father Ted was great. Don't see Alan Partridge as well. Love Alan Partridge. Father Ted was great though. Again, that was just 2 seasons. Like so 2 or 3 maybe, I could be wrong. But 2 seasons like the original Office, like Fawlty Towers. Sometimes less is more. Yeah, Father Ted was boss. Yeah, Alan Partridge, I like that as well. Monty Python, yeah. They fell out now, you know. They're all arguing, aren't they? John Cleese and one of the other fellas, because his daughter's sort of trying to, I don't know what, she's not trying to promote it, but something like that. But yeah, they had a big falling out. They won't work together anymore. I mean, to be fair, they've had a good innings, haven't they? They're all about 80 odd now. Remember, because they come back, didn't they? A few years ago, did like a tour. But I think it wasn't many shows. People always like the Life of Brian. I always preferred the who's the other one? What was the one with the knights? Yeah, Holy Grail. Yeah, Holy Grail was boss. Holy Grail was tremendous.
That was on a massive budget, wasn't it? A small budget.
Well, you know George Harrison, the Beatles produced that. He's one of the producers. He's one of the producers on with Neil and I as well. Eugene McGeever says 1 Foot in the Grave. I never really watched that. I remember it. It was the owl fella, wasn't it? He was always fucking annoyed with the neighbours and whatnot. I tell you who do you remember who was in it though? Fella from Have I Got News From You? Remember Angus Deaton? He was a character then because he got sacked, didn't he? Because he got caught. When he got caught with a load of fucking some brasses in a hotel with some cocaine as well. And then that episode that he comes on the week after, and Paul Merton and the other fella are just laying into him over it. That was great, that. No one's ever watched that. Take that out on YouTube, just put in Paul Merton, Angus Deaton, and the whatever paper it was, but they got the shirts on and everything. Oh, yeah, he got some stuff. Yeah, for about far as 80s go. When was Twin Peaks? That 90s?
No.
Was that?
I think that was 80s or...
Twin Peaks was boss. You enjoyed Twin Peaks? The remake they brought out was good, no? Right, we're on 42 minutes. We'll go till 45. We'll do a first half. And then we'll call it a day. But appreciate all the comments and people watching on the Sunday evening. Next time we do this, we'll advertise it a bit better. I'd say I'd go live for the next cup draw, but we'll be waiting until the League Cup number 2. League Cup rounds, would that be in September or something, probably?
I'll be in there today for the Arsenal games. And I'll get some stickers behind the bar.
You're going to New York, aren't you? Yeah, New York Evertonians. Yeah, I'll get. I think the age got the stickers, but we'll get you some stickers. Oh, good. Yeah, bring them with you. In fact, we'll give you a few pin badges and stuff to bring over for them as well. And that's Arsenal years, hasn't it? Well, here's 2 shows today. Eugene McGeever just said the 18 and the Wonder Years. Now, I remember the 18 with Mr. T. Hannibal. Love it when a plan comes together. Hated flying, didn't he? He used to always like drug his food and everything. Should have been Bill Cosby in that show. And then the Wonder Years. The Wonder Years was with what's his name on it? It had the theme song, didn't it? Get by with little help from my friends. His name was Kevin in it. Good show, the Wonder Years. That's really good ending, really sad ending though. Forget the name of the actor now.
Waltons.
No, not the Waltons. The Wonder Years was he was in Austin Powers. He was in the 3rd Austin Powers. He's the one with the mole. I forgot his name. I think the character's name was Kevin though. But I used to watch the Wonder Years when I was younger, yeah. I remember that. It's got a good trip down memory lane, this.
Where do you reckon we're finishing the table?
Where do I think Everton will finish in the table?
Yeah.
Again, ask me in a month's time. I'm happy though. I think we've made progress in the last 12 months.
I'd be happy to finish 10th or 7th.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get into Europe, wouldn't it? It'd be nice. You know what? It's just been in front of me the whole time, but this was one of my Christmas gift there. This is Goodison Farewell book. This is by Laura Gates. And if you've not seen Laura Gates' work, please have a look on Twitter and Instagram and whatnot. She's a wonderful photographer. Edited by Conor Bennett. I knew Conor before Laura, actually. Conor's a South Team Marine. Well, it's Kirby lads. Kirby soft rubber, but yeah, it's a great book. It's definitely a good coffee book to have on the table. And I like looking through it sometimes as well. Oh, look, there's Everton edited. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by that. Right. So we will see you tomorrow after the game. I don't know if me and Dave can both do a video together tomorrow because we're not sitting together tomorrow for various reasons, but good reasons though. I'm in the hospitality. Yes, someone did me a favour. But please don't forget to like and subscribe if you've not subscribed. I assume everyone that's watching probably has. But yeah, thanks for having a chat. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Not that there's long of it left, but hopefully everyone can get a win tomorrow. And as always, up the fucking toffees. Colin Chong. Good night.